Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your armchair GM CJ.
And I'm your couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on, one time.
All right. Panther Nation, we got some good news for you today. If you don't
Yes,
know,
sir.
we about to tell you. Let's get it. Tony, now I usually ask you how you doing, how you feeling, what's good, what's going on in life. Man, damn all that today. I just want to know one thing. How do you feel about the Panthers signing Justin Houston to a 1 year deal?
Man, listen here. I feel elated, above the
Okay.
moon.
Okay. Come on
All
with
those
it.
good adjectives. You know what I'm saying?
Sky high.
We have finally gotten what we've been asking for
Mm-hmm.
since the season ended. We
Yes.
needed another proven veteran pass rush, and we got it with the signing of Justin Houston. Can the
Mm-hmm.
church say amen? Can the church say
Amen.
amen? Amen.
Amen. All
Amen.
right.
Amen.
Look, give
Yes,
me two
sir.
toe stomps and a Ric Flair boy. Woo! Telling you.
Woo!
Man, hey, let me tell you. Now, I would go back as far as say that we've been wanting another pass rusher even before last season. Because when we let Hassan Reddick go when he went to Philly, that's when that void was really, apparent. And it was
Yeah,
apparent
that's
all the
true.
way through last year.
True.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
hmm
Yeah. So we
So
definitely been talking about it.
yeah, we definitely have. So give me a little bit of insight, or give the fans a little bit of insight. Let them know what we're gonna be getting from Justin Houston.
Well, you're gonna get it. What I feel like will be getting from Justin Houston is the instant veteran production. And when I know a lot of us, even we were initially in the beginning, maybe a couple months ago, was hoping for Yannick Ngakwe, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
we come to realize that Yannick Ngakwe pretty much was the same thing like Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
He can get to the quarterback, elite pass rusher, but
Mm-hmm.
he's very suspect against the run. Now Justin Houston wasn't on my radar. I wasn't
Mine
looking
either.
for him as a possible signee. Okay, but with Justin Houston, here I got the 2022 stats for both players, right? And this
Okay.
falls in line what I was talking about a couple weeks ago when I say value versus production. When everybody was talking about, or a lot of people, I ain't gonna say everybody, a lot of people were talking
Mm-hmm.
about bringing back Jadavian Clowney. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, it would be okay if the production matches the value, also matches whatever his asking price is. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a prime example, in my opinion, as to what value versus production look like, and possibly
Okay.
what Scott Fitterer and the Panthers were looking for. So here we
All right.
go. Justin Houston 2022 stats. See 6'3", 270 pounds, 21 total tackles, 9.5 sacks, one interception, one forced fumble, one pass defended, two strip fumbles. He
Mm-hmm.
signed a 1 year, $6 million guaranteed contract that can max out at $7 million, and he's 34 years of age. Right?
Hey, hold on. Now, I mean to interrupt you, but let me interrupt you for a second. Now, I read a stat somewhere earlier that said Justin Houston only played 44% of the snaps last year and still
That is
ended
correct.
up with 9.5 sacks. I want to throw
That
that
is
in there.
correct.
Continue, my good
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Continue.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Yannick Ngakwe,
Mm-hmm.
2022 stats. He's 6'2", 246 pounds, 29 total tackles, 9.5 sacks, zero interceptions, one forced fumble, zero pass defended,
Mm-hmm.
4.5 strip fumbles. He signed
Mm-hmm.
a 1 year, $10.5 million contract with the Chicago Bears, and he's 29 years old.
Okay.
Now, when you compare the two in numbers, and you even go back to when Matt Rule was here with Phil Snow,
Mm-hmm.
the one knock that they had on the defensive ends, where they needed Brian Burns to get a little bigger, and they needed Hassan Reddick to gain a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So now I look at it as I book as our outside linebacker slash edge rushers. We
Mhm.
got 6'3", 270. Now you got 6'5". Brian Burns about 260, 263 right now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I think that's very solid in what most defensive end slash outside linebackers look like and play in a 3-4 scheme.
Oh
It's
yeah.
very important that you not only be able to rush the passer, but also stop the run. Okay, because
D.
if you can't, they will run the ball right at you. If they know that's your weakness, they'll run the ball right at you. And with
Mhm.
Justin Houston's size, his productivity, um, from what I've seen on tape, he's a technician with his hands.
Mhm.
He knows how, and he's also been playing that 3-4 scheme for a
Whole
long time,
career.
and he played for two
Oh,
years for Frank Wright in Indianapolis.
yep.
So to me, when you talk about the value matching the production
Mhm.
and what you would get all around, I like this Justin Houston signing better than if we would have signed anyone else. That's my
I agree.
opinion on that. What you got, CJ?
Hey, I agree wholeheartedly with everything you said. And I must admit, I knew who Justin Houston was, but I haven't watched a whole lot of tape of him before today, and somewhat
Right.
last night. But I watched some tape earlier today while I was at work. And the one thing that I see is that he is not just a one trick pony. Okay.
Yeah,
I saw clips of
I
Justin
agree.
Houston. I saw clips of him speed rush, coming off the edge, blowing by tackles, getting to the quarterback. All right. I saw clips of him coming off the edge, tackles in good position, hands, moves, gets him out the way, gets to the quarterback. All right. I saw another clip of him where he showed his power. Straight bull rush, had the tackle on skates, right back into the quarterback, sack.
Yes, sir.
And I think the biggest thing that we were looking for, as far as kind of somebody other than opposite of Brian Burns, is we didn't want to have Brian Burns on one side, being a sack specialist, and he has gotten a lot better over the years at being able to stop the run. Because let's go ahead and
Yes,
be
no doubt.
honest. He came into the league as a number two pencil, and now he's kind of like one of the kindergarten pencils. Now, he's put on a little bit of weight. Okay, so yeah, he was skinny and his game has evolved. But
Yes,
I
it has.
also saw a lot of plays where Justin Houston was locked up against the defender. The run was coming his way. They were trying to stretch the run, stretch around him, and he has the athletic ability to get out and stop the ball carrier. Okay.
Yeah,
So
he knows how to maintain the hold
know
the
how to
point of
maintain
contact.
the edge. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I saw from him today, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, great, because this is what we need. Okay,
Yes, I
this is
agree.
what we need, and I saw a lot of people, in comments, and I was on Black Cat Panther podcast on their live last night. Shout out to them guys over there, great group of
Shout
guys.
out to Q and Kendall and the
Yeah,
boys.
and a lot of people in the comments talking about some, oh, YGM's not going to make it through training camp now. He going to be cut. Now, mind you, yes, we did need a pass rusher, and yes, YGM may not have been it. Now, it's kind of crazy because they just asked him earlier. I think it was either yesterday,
It
and
was yesterday.
he was talking about how he hears what everybody's saying, and he's looking to go out there and prove them wrong. And my God, 4 or 5 hours later, they signed Justin Houston. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's irony for your ass right there, buddy. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But
it is.
okay, but one thing I do think that this will give YGM and DJ Johnson and Marquise Haynes is a chance to learn. Okay.
I was just
Justin
going to say
Houston,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Justin Houston has to come in and learn the scheme, but he's been playing in a 3-4 basically his whole career. So that style of defense is not new to him at all. This style of defense is new to Marquise Haynes, is new to Tigros Matos. Um DJ Johnson, I don't remember exactly what defense they played at
Oregon
Oregon.
Oregon played that 3-3-5. Basically,
Okay.
just about anybody that's in the Pac-12, Big 12, playing
Uh-huh.
that 3-3-5 hybrid type of defense because of where they spread the ball out in college football. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And but he doesn't have to come in. and learn a new position. He's coming into a position that
Right.
he's played basically his whole career. So me going back to Gross Matos and the other guys, maybe this gives them a chance to sit back and learn and not be thrust into that position and have all that pressure put on them to where they got to perform and where they got to have results immediately. Okay. Maybe this
I
gives
believe
them,
so.
yeah, maybe this gives them the opportunity to excel in other spots. I mean, Gross Matos could still line up as a defensive end. I mean, he's got the size and he's got the weight. And like we talked to before we started recording, like we talked about before we started recording, um, we've seen him at training camp, lined up as one of the defensive ends.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm
go ahead.
all I was gonna say is I'm very interested to see what that speed, or what some teams call it, that NASCAR package, is gonna look like uh on like third and long, and when got
Mm-hmm.
you to a Gross Matos on the inside, playing that three technique and rushing from
Mm-hmm.
the inside, and then you still got Brian Burns and you to a Brian Burns and Justin Houston, and also Henry Anderson. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like
Oh yeah.
they gonna be hell on wheels if it's third and long.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hell. I don't think we're gonna see the things that we have seen the past 2 or 3 years, where it seems like we could never get off the field.
Yeah,
Okay,
I agree.
I don't think that's no longer going to be a problem. I'm not gonna say every third long we're gonna get a team off the field, but I think majority of the time we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna win most of those battles. Back to what you were saying about Yetur Gross Matos, Marquise Haynes, and
Mm-hmm.
DJ Johnson learning from Justin Houston. That is a that's why this signing is such a win-win, because it
Mm-hmm.
not only affects one position. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for one, they don't have to worry about trying to fit pieces together to see what's going to work and move pieces around on third and fourth down and stuff like that. They know they got a solid
Yes.
veteran, whether he starts or come in as a situational player,
Mm-hmm.
what have you. They know exactly who they got opposite of Brian Burns. And this will also be a chance for DJ Johnson, Marquise Haynes, and Yetur Gross Matos to learn from a proven veteran. I mean, I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure they
Yep.
get their little nuggets or whatnot from Brian Burns, but having
Mhm.
Justin Houston in the building, oh
Yeah.
man, that they would do themselves a disservice if they didn't soak up the knowledge and experience that this
Yeah.
man has to offer.
12 years
Okay,
of experience versus, Brian Burns before going to his 5th year.
right, right, yeah. So
Mm,
that's why I said this is a win-win signing across the board for the defense, for the team, and for the young players that's
mhm.
playing behind him that needs to learn, needs time to development. Now you don't have to rush and throw them into the fire, so to speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
got you. Well, that's it, Panther Nation. We just wanted to give you our thoughts and opinions on the latest signing by the Carolina Panthers. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on those post notification bells so you know when our videos come out. And as always, Panther Nation, you know what I'm about to tell you. Keep pounding.